call to action.
If this incident turns out to be false, which again, every piece of evidence suggests that it is, the University of South Carolina owes BYU an apology for sure.
Representative R.J. May is vice chairman of the South Carolina Freedom Caucus, the group of lawmakers asking Dawn Staley and Ray Tanner for the reason behind the move to cancel the women's basketball games against BYU.
Unfortunately, it appears that they tripped over themselves as an attempt to kowtow to the loudest voices of the far left.
In the letter sent to South Carolina Wednesday, the caucus called the decision a, quote, ill-advised overreaction.
Dawn Staley found it upon herself and Ray Tanner to inject themselves into this when no evidence existed that it happened.
May says the goal of the letter is to bring information to the public,
to allow taxpayers who in part fund the University of South Carolina to see the internal operations and how they went from no evidence whatsoever that this incident happened to canceling games and quite frankly, canceling both literatively and figuratively a Christian-based university with no rhyme or reason.
May says the caucus received confirmation from the university and now the wait begins.
We 100% expect to hear back. We better hear back. Because as legislators, we have certain authority with Freedom of Information Act request. The university is a public body. It's the flagship institution of the state of South Carolina. They have a duty to respond to that FOIA request. And if they don't, we'll seek proper legal action to ensure that they comply.
In Columbia, Amanda Poole, Watch Fox Sports.
Meanwhile, debate on a new ordinance that could affect how some downtown Charleston businesses operate. The city has been working on updating its late night establishment ordinance since last fall. And with the shooting on King Street just this last weekend, talks come with a new sense of urgency. Our Floriana Boardman tells us what changes could business owners see in the future.
City officials tell me they want to crack down on businesses in downtown Charleston not following city ordinance. They say it's time to make safety a priority, and that means increasing the punishment for not following regulations. Selling alcohol past midnight comes with responsibility, and those businesses not taking it seriously could face the consequences.
I will tell you that there's a couple businesses that have no interest in doing things right. They have no interest in obeying the occupancy permit. They don't even want to close at night on time.
The city ordinance includes new rules for security and permitting, but most importantly, it gives city officials and police more power in revoking late night operating permits, meaning the business would need to close at midnight.
We are modifying our ordinance to add some more accountability and teeth to that if we get a bad actor, so to speak, an establishment that's not following all the rules as they should, that we can more easily take that privilege away from them.
Businesses can face a 90-day suspension of their license as soon as their second infraction. And by their third infraction, their license can be revoked for up to a year.
They're creating problems, and it's contributing to an environment down there that we want to change. And we will, and we're going to continue to work to make sure that we have better outcomes.
City officials say not every business is causing problems. Those following the rules won't be penalized. The updated ordinance is in an effort to create accountability. The ordinance will go to council on next Tuesday for its second reading.
And tonight, a mother is pleading for answers after her son disappeared in Savannah last month. Fox 28's Destiny Wiggins spoke with a mother today and tells us how she found out about her son's disappearance and now the effort to find him.
For him to miss his sister's birthday on August the 15th, that's when everything just came crashing down. To know that something is wrong.
Getting a phone call while at work on August 11th was how Kathleen Funkhauser found out her son, Deontay Robertson, had been missing for 24 hours.
At that time, I waited for like an hour of trying to reach him through cell phone, video, text, whatever. He wasn't picking up, and his phone started going, after several times of trying, and start just going straight to voicemail.
Funkhauser says she then returned the phone call to her son's friend, who initially told her that Deontay was missing, to go to the Savannah Police Department and file a missing persons report. SPD then released the information on August 16th.
First, you go through this can't be happening. It seems like a dream. And you're going to wake up in about a day or two and it's all going to be over with. The next one is, what's going on? How could this happen to you? Then the next one, it is, you just feel vulnerable, you feel defeated, you feel lost. You feel numb.
Originally from Augusta, Deontay moved to the Savannah area about 10 years ago. Police say Deontay was last seen in the Tatumville community, and after several weeks, Kathleen says she's heard nothing to confirm her son's whereabouts.
Traffic cams, that's taking time. Trying to ping a location, that's taking time. So it's like a whole month of you just sitting and waiting and hoping somebody will come forward.
On top of the worrying and many other emotions, Kathleen says one of the hardest parts is not knowing anything.
It tears you apart when you can let her leave a FaceTime message, but knowing he's not picking up. And that's the worst thing ever, because you're hoping and praying that he will, or they will. It's no closure. You just wondering, and it's horrible.
Savannah police officials say this case is open and active and that there are no updates that are available. In Savannah, Destiny Wiggins, Fox 28 News at 10.
Deontay's mother has set up an email with hopes that anyone with information will contact her or the Savannah Police Department. You can find all that information. Look for Destiny's story on our website at fox28savannah.com.